Welcome to In the Field Radio, 91.3 FM, WVKR, Poughkeepsie Independent Radio. I'm Erin Boogie. Unfortunately, I'm not here with Lady D tonight. As you all are very aware, she's still deployed, but we're winding down the time. She'll be back in January, so that's really exciting. And she was able to tap in with an interview in the last couple of days, so that'll be airing next week. So when you tune in next week, you'll get to hear an interview with Richard, who's a really cool artist from St. Louis. Really good interview. And Lady D got to join. So it's kind of a two for next week. I want to start the show tonight by saying rest in peace to Virgil Abloh. He was dealing with a cancer battle for the last couple years that he chose to deal with privately. So definitely thoughts and prayers go out to his family and friends. That's always tragic. And we never like to start any of our episodes with having to do the RIP thing. So, and I feel like we've had to do it a lot. I'm gonna keep it brief tonight. I hope you all had a great Thanksgiving holiday, going into the holiday season. I don't know about y'all, but I'm all decorated already. I was forced to wait until Black Friday, which was such a travesty to me. But my house looks like a winter wonderland now. We had the first snow today, so things are good. But we got an interview with CreativAngel out of Orlando, so that's really cool. He's a really, really dope artist, super positive energy, so I'm really excited to share that with you guys. So enjoy the interview, and we'll get into some music, and then we'll be back. Welcome back to In the Field Radio. I'm Erin Boogie. I'm here with CreativAngel, all the way out of Orlando.
Yes, yes. What's going on, everybody? Positive vibes and blessings. How's everybody feeling?
Yes, I love that. See, that's when Becca asked me if what kind of questions I was going to ask you so that you would be prepared. In my mind, all I was thinking was just bring positive, good vibrations. And then I saw your
Yes.
website and all that. And I was like, you know what? I don't even have to worry about that. He's definitely going to bring that.
Absolutely, yo. That's what I'm all about.
So, for those that might not be familiar with you, who is CreativAngel?
So Creative Angel, the Vibe King, man. That's what they call me, the Vibe King. I love to always empower and inspire and always keep that energy positive. So I'm literally just a vessel of God's investment, man. Somebody who's here to help others be empowered and growing and uh, everything that comes with embodying the Most High, man. So that's in a nutshell who I am. I'm an artist. I have my own brand and kind of just do a lot of things all around that to empower my peers.
I love that. So,
Yeah,
what was a young CreativAngel like growing up?
a young creative angel. Um, Definitely, like I feel like I had a big imagination. You know, I had I used to visualize a lot and just always, um, picture myself doing these, extraordinary things. I feel like being young, not growing up with much, that played a part to my creative imagination. So that helped me just like kind of see more into my future and what I really wanted to be before I even knew that it was possible. So young creative angel was optimistic and really really hyperactive. I would say I move around a lot. I used to like just like fighting shows and like Dragon Ball Z and all those shows. I used to want to be just like that. So yeah,
So, you really
that's a young
manifested
creative.
what you're doing now when you were younger.
Yeah, for real. Without even really knowing it. I just when I was younger, I always knew that I was meant to do something with a big purpose. I just didn't really know exactly what it was gonna be at that moment, but I could feel it, and I believe that it would happen,
That's so awesome. I love
and it's
that.
happening.
Yeah, no, it really is. Like I said, you manifested that from a young age. And so you moved from New York City to Orlando?
Yeah,
When did you move from New York City?
I moved from New York City to Orlando when I was 10 years old.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, no, that was when I moved to New York when I was 10, and then I moved to Orlando when I was 13. That's when it was. It was 13. It was my eighth grade year. Um, so yeah, I was 13.
Did you like New York?
Yeah, man. I like New York. You know, New York is different. New York is like the city that's more like, the vibe, like you know what I'm saying, the chill.
And we appreciate Orlando, especially right now as the weather gets colder.
Yeah, man, seriously. Like that's one thing about me now. It's like I just love the weather, being at the
Yeah.
beach.
Jealous. We're definitely jealous up here.
I know, because you guys are where right now?
We're in Poughkeepsie. So we're like 2 hours north of New York
Poughkeepsie?
City.
Got you. Okay, nice, nice.
So the weather's
Yes.
starting to change. I was actually just in Orlando at the end of October and it was like still 90 degrees down there. And then I came back up here and it was in the 50s, which is not bad for this time of year. But I was like, oh, okay, I don't enjoy this.
Yeah, yeah, no, I feel that. I feel that. Yeah, man, I mean, I used to really enjoy the snow when I was younger up there and stuff. I think after a while I was just like, man, I think, the warm weather was just for me more. I can still visit New York when it's cold and I really enjoy it. I just don't know if I could just live there again.
It's a lot.
Yeah. But
All right.
shout
So
out to everybody in New York, man. Shout out to everybody up north. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all.
when did you get into music?
I got into music not long after I moved to Florida. So probably when I was like 14 or 15, then like I really just started like jotting things down. And then like 16, 17, I started messing around with like the recording programs and things like that. Man, well now I have like a couple different recording processes. Sometimes I pull up and if my producer Mike Hustle, which produced, Joyride, if he's in the session just cooking up something, we might just go from there and just cook something from scratch. Sometimes I might just have a concept in my head and just kind of write down or just put the melody in my voice notes and then just come back to it later, maybe build a big beat around it.
Mm-hmm.
And right now I've just been in a mixing and mastering the Ascension tape, which, Joyride is the second single from that. So I just like been mixing and mastering that tape right now and recording a little bit more. So usually my progress, it could go either way. It could go either just creative right there on the spot or just like, putting the idea together and then connecting it.
So talk about the Ascension tape. When's that coming?
So man, I'm shooting for like top of next year for sure, um, maybe January or February, so we can start the year off on a good vibe.
What can we expect from it?
Man, yo, the Ascension tape, I feel like this it literally could potentially like just change the dynamic of the messages in the game, man. I'm really excited about it because I just, it's like it's the spiritual music, you know what I'm saying? It's the spiritual hip hop music that we really that the soul really needs, man. That's how I feel about it. I feel like it's gonna empower so many people and just help so many people see things in a perspective, in a different perspective, especially in these times. So I'm just excited and I'm grateful to be able to empower people and what I'm saying in this way and to be able to let God speak through me in these messages. You know what I'm saying?
And Joyride, you said is the second single off the tape. So are we gonna get another single before the tape drops, or are you just gonna drop the project?
Man, honestly, I might just drop the project with the third single and the video just all
Mm-hmm.
at once. I guess that's just what we're putting together now in the back end.
Are we gonna get a video for Joyride?
Yes, absolutely. I want to do something really fire, man. So I've been just kind of brainstorming and seeing what we could do. I already shot a video in Vegas, which was Jackpot, the first single. So I kind of want to shoot Joyride in Vegas again, just in the other part of Vegas, maybe like in the desert, you feel me?
Yeah. What
You
was that
heard that here
experience
first.
like? What was that experience like filming in Vegas?
Vegas was amazing. Shout out my business partner, Elise. She ended up getting that for my birthday last year. She ended up getting me, a spot in Vegas, and I linked up with my boy Big Slim. Shout out to him, man. Uh, Free Slim, and yeah, it was such a great experience. Like it was such a different energy in Vegas. You got the energy of like hitting the jackpot, which that's why that song came to mind. It's called Jackpot. So like I felt like you could really change your life at any minute. Um, and so we came there, stayed at the place. My boy hit me up. I was actually already writing like the hook of the song, like when I was on the plane. I'm like, man, I really want to come out here and write a hit. So I did it. I got to Vegas, got to the hotel. I sent it over to him. He was like, we're going to hit the studio tonight. Went to the studio out there. And yeah, jackpot came. Then, I put that one out.
Did you hit the jackpot while you were out there?
Man, honestly, with the content I got and with the time that I spent, I feel like I really hit the jackpot. You feel me?
That's totally worth it. So I saw that you just recently got the Most Influential Artist Award.
Yeah.
So talk a little bit about that, because that was really cool. That was like a pretty legit award. I saw the little statue that you were holding. That was really cool.
Yeah, that was amazing. Shout out to Fusion. Fusion has been, in Orlando for almost 5-6 years, giving independent the platform, to be able to throw shows to an independent audience. So I've been a winner of awards in the last 3 years. So in 2019, I was most influential. 2020, I was best male hip hop artist. And this year, I got most influential again. I'm super grateful for it. That's just huge. It's just, huge to be able to influence like everybody all around me and in my culture and in my city like that, the way that we're doing it right now. So I'm grateful for that.
I also saw that thanks to COVID, that your first South by Southwest performance and you were supposed to open up for Travis Scott, they both got canceled.
Well, the whole Travis Scott situation, that was in 2019 that I was supposed to do that opening show. That was more of like we had a booking agent who told us that he had an opportunity for us to open up for Travis Scott, but then we realized he wasn't really in contact with the right people, so something like that happened on the back end. But that was 2019. When COVID came, my first official tour got canceled, which was South by Southwest. A3C Atlanta, SOBs New York, like just all the all those places,
all the hot spots.
Yeah, all the hot spots you come and really put that groundwork in, and unfortunately that was canceled. So yeah, there's been a lot of different opportunities like that have happened and have not gone through, and I think that it's just in this game you just have to be so resilient and just have a positive outlook on it, and just know that, hey man, I'll be touring, a bigger tour soon, you know what I'm saying? And hopefully I can see everybody up north, and as well as, all around the United States and all around the world eventually, because that's what we do it for, right?
Yes, think global, not local. That's what we always say.
Seriously.
Do you have any
Seriously.
upcoming performances scheduled?
I know I just did one last weekend with my boy Nico Ish. He's a Brazilian artist that's that works with Talib Kweli, and that's my boy, man. Shout out to him. I did a performance with him for my brother Dizzle Funk's birthday celebration. So that was this week. And then now really I'm just focusing on building the brand and getting these pop-up shops up and running, just to kind of get the budget right for the Ascension tape and getting everything tied on the back end. But everybody will see me back on stage, on point really, next year.
Or they might see you on the runway, because I saw you were just walking in fashion shows too.
Yeah, I just walked the fashion show this weekend too. It was man, last weekend was a super big weekend for me.
What was that like for the first time?
Yeah, it was amazing. Shout out 104.5 The Beat. Shout out Desiree over there. That's the Orlando radio station. And they've always been supporting. I got the call from Desi. She was like, hey, I need you. I want to offer you an opportunity to walk the runway. And I was like, man, I don't model, and she was like, hey, you're a confident man, So I was like, man, you know what? If I could do a pop-up shop, and come through and vibe with the team, I do the walk. So we came to an agreement. I came and I walked, and it felt great. Honestly, like I really enjoyed it. It was something new. I really enjoyed it.
Do you think you'll do more modeling?
I mean, it honestly depends, like how God moves me. Like that was very interesting how that happened, because so many more things happened because of that I was like, sometimes God just works in those ways. So I would definitely be open to it.
Well, especially having your own clothing line. At least now now you have some of that experience. You could put future shows together and that sort of thing.
Yeah, for real. That's definitely in the works for sure.
Talk a little bit about the clothing line.
So my clothing line is called Creative Universe. It's a brand that we created we started in 2015, 2016, me and my cousin Creative J. And my business partner boss, Lady K, during that time. Um, and really it's just become, it just went from a clothing brand that just had hats and positive affirmation shirts to, you know, a whole conglomerate of a team. And now we have jewelry, we have, you know, different apparel, we have pop-up shops, we have a big conglomerate of people representing. So now we're empowering the culture with being at the pop-up shops and having our merch and everybody just coming together. So shout out to my team too, man. Creative Universe. We have an amazing team, an amazing conglomerate. You know, with the Lease USA, Sea Potion, Sunkissed Shells. You know, we have like people that do health. You know, sea malls, luxury. You know, just different things that just help people and continue to empower people in the culture. So we really want to just continue to do that with the brand and the clothing line, and people love it, man. They love the affirmation shirts, they love the bracelets. I'm gonna definitely have to send y'all a little care package, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, we would love that.
Got you.
What was it like getting a clothing line off the ground?
Well, you know, like I feel like we're still, you know, we're still in that process, you know, and it's a constant journey, you feel me, to do that, because there's not really like I guess, you know, like a level where you're like, oh, you know, this is like off the ground. Now it's like for the first couple of years, you really don't make a lot of profit, but now you start to see a little bit of profit. Now you start to see like, okay, what can we do as a brand? And it's not easy growing a clothing line. I realized that just like everything, you have to invest so much time into it and nurture it, you know, nurture it like a baby, grow it. And yeah, yo, it's been a beautiful journey, and it's growing, and I'm grateful for it. Just putting in work every day, every night, and just continuing to be out there and networking with the right people that connect with that positive vibe. Because I think that's important. Being the brand and being who you are, people love that, and people, if you know, one thing I really learned is just being the brand, man. You know, just being who we are, and people buy into that.
I love that you understand though that it does take the investment. I feel like sometimes people just want to start a website and put a few things up, or as an artist they just want to throw a song on the internet and they're like, no, it'll take off. They don't realize that there's the blood, sweat, and tears that go down behind it.
Nah, for real, yo. Oh my goodness, that's the half of it, you know. They really just see the whole other side. For
Now
real.
I'm gonna ask you some of the fun questions. Um,
Yeah.
so who are some people that inspire you?
What's some people that inspire me, man? I love these kind of questions. I get inspired, man, mainly, you know, lately I've been inspired, you know, by the Most High first and foremost. Um, there's there's people in the culture that inspire me, you know what I'm saying, like Jay-Z, Kanye West, you know, Rick Ross, people who, you know, have inspired me to be um just, you know, a boss and an entrepreneur, you know what I'm saying? An entrepreneur in that sense. So I'm inspired by the people around me. I'm inspired by um, the people that I work with, the people that I collaborate with. Definitely just inspired to be able to be a light, you know?
Did you listen to Kanye's Drink Champs interview yet?
Yeah, I definitely did. I watched it. Yeah, I
What did you
watched it.
think?
It was wild, yo. That was a wild interview.
I,
Um,
interview of the year for
Kanye is
sure.
Kanye, man. Like for real. Like I love Kanye for that, man. He just the way that he speaks, he's literally like he breaking out the matrix, man. You know what I'm saying?
Somebody has to. Might as well be Kanye. I heard part two
Yo,
is
for real,
dropping this
man.
week.
Yes, yo. I mean, I heard he was on. I seen him with Wallow and Gilly, so hopefully we'll see him on $1 million worth of game too. You know, I seen that he apologized to Soldier Boy, man. It's a big Soldier, big Draco
Yeah.
for I put in the verse on the album. And I don't know, man. It's like I feel like those kind of interviews we need them. I think it's almost at like 7 million views now, with the
That's
way that, you know, he
crazy.
broke things down. So
And I just want
yeah,
to shout out
man.
Nori real quick from transitioning from rapper to media person. And he did it on his own, in his own way and on his own terms. And I love that about him.
Yeah, yo, I love that, yo. I love that. Like Nori is like the perfect person to interview him too, because he'll like
Yes.
half cut you off and be like ask you a question, then he'll be like, my bad, I'll shut up. Like I'll let you go. Hold on, let me listen. Like he'll really just pick at those things that you want to hear, and he's just so genuine, man. So that was super dope. I really love that interview.
Me too. Can't wait for part two. Um, So who would your dream collab be? If you could collab with anybody dead or alive, who would it be?
Oh, dead or alive? That's a good question. I mean, definitely, I think people that have passed, like, I always like thought I could do maybe, you know what I'm saying, a song where I'm rapping and then having like Michael Jackson on the hook, you know what I'm saying? So like, um, and
Instant number
definitely
one.
Hove, feel me? Definitely Hove, Rick Ross, you feel me? Yeah, man, like I have there's just so like there's so many people that have inspired me. Lil Wayne is definitely because that was like one of the earlier rappers that I was like, man, Lil Wayne, he's like, I definitely got to do a song with him, you know.
He's so amazing.
Yeah, those are some of my dream collabs, man. I always visualize myself having a song with Hove or something, you know. That'd be amazing.
Who's a producer that you would like to work with?
Producer in the game that I like to work with, man, I really like Hit Boy. Yeah, I like Hit Boy. I really love what he's doing with Nas's, what he did with Nas's album. So, Hit Boy, you know what I'm saying? Definitely Kanye West, of course. You know, like some production from Kanye would be,
Epic.
yeah, really that would really be epic. Yeah, I really like that sound that Hit Boy's bringing, man. So that would be dope. Yo, to do a track with Hit Boy.
Who are some artists that you're listening to right now?
For something that I'm listening to right now, man, I'm on my reggae wave too. So another dream collab for me would be like Bob Marley, like Damian Marley. Like I would love that would be amazing. Damian Marley, like that would be super dope. That's what I'm really listening most to right now. Like I'm listening like more reggae.
Hmm.
Damian Marley's album, Protege's album. I have this whole like reggae playlist. Um, Definitely was listening to a little bit of Meek Mill's album, Kanye, Drake's album too. You know, I listen to a lot. I listen to everything. So just like the other day I was listening to System of a Down. And then after that I threw on some Kanye. And then after that I threw on some Spanish music. Like it's just I have such a wide range of inspiration with this music.
That's awesome though. Then you could pull from all that, you know what I mean? Instead of just listening to the same thing.
Yep, exactly. No, absolutely. And I was raised with like Spanish culture.
Hmm.
So like I went from like knowing Spanish music, then my brother introduced me to rock music, and then from rock music I went to rap music. And now I'm just kind of going to like reggae music and just like everything that's like more. I love reggae music because it's like I feel like it's real spiritual music, and that's just what's inspiring me more now. Like they still sing about God and faith and you know what I'm saying, in a way where it's like it's love, you know, it's
Hmm.
love, it's God, it's faith, like um, right now, I'm not listening like too much rap. I just, you know, the state of the game is it's a little different. Although I respect the big artists. You know what I'm saying? Um, I'm not too fond of a lot of the messages really that they're just pushing. You know, if I'm being honest, but I love what a lot of people are doing. I'm waiting on. I love Drake's album. I love Kanye's album. I'm waiting on Kendrick's album now. That's the big three. I like Cole's album too. J. Cole's album was amazing. I really like Cole. And yeah, and I'm waiting for Rick Ross album too. I really like that sophisticated um, boss talk.
I think I have to agree with you 100% on what you just said, especially about the message in the game. It just doesn't. There's just not that much substance behind it anymore, and I think we need to get back to that. It doesn't
Yeah,
give
yo,
you
I
that
feel
same
that.
feeling.
Yeah, I feel that, man. And you know, being like growing up in the '90s, you know, and being raised by older brothers that they grew up in like the '80s and stuff. Is like being from that environment and then seeing the transition. It's a big change. You see and you're like,
Mhm.
wow. And although I always love progression and changes, and I respect the way that sound has gone, and I respect the artist. Just we definitely got to get back to the soul message, man. The Ascension tape coming 2022.
That's exactly why we need
For
artists
real.
like you. That's exactly why we need artists like you.
The
So,
games is missing, man.
what are some goals that you have for yourself for this upcoming year?
Yo, I'm praying that I can get on the road. That's like one of my main goals. Until then, I'll just be working on the back end. I'll be stacking this independent artist bag. I'll be pushing my brand. I'll be getting I'll be getting my budget up, my mastering my craft. Until I can really get back on the road and touch the world. That's really my main goal for next year. Somehow, some way, God opens those doors. I would be so grateful to be on the tour.
let our listeners know where they can find you and where they can find your music and where they can find your brand and what you got coming up next.
Absolutely. So shout out to everybody that is tuned in. Shout out In the Field Radio. Truly appreciate y'all for this interview. And Erin, thank you. Good meeting you. And everybody that's listening can find me at Creative Angel. Creative without an E at the end of creative, and it's just one word. So Creative Angel. If you're on Instagram, you can type in Vibe King. That's the easiest way to find me. YouTube, every streaming platform, Creative Angel, without an E at the end of creative, and just all together. And yeah, I pray that y'all enjoy my music. Give it a listen when you get a minute, and follow me. Let's interact. And thank you for having me.
Welcome back to In the Field Radio. I'm Erin Boogie. I hope you guys really enjoyed that interview with Creative Angel as much as I did. I just want to put you guys on to a toy and gift drive that's happening. So Poughkeepsie-based retailer The Gold Standard, they have locations on Academy Street, and they're also located in the Galleria on the second floor. They're collecting unwrapped gifts and gift cards until December 17th. So that's pretty cool. It's the Take Care of Poughkeepsie toy and gift drives. We definitely want to take care of our own. So make sure you guys definitely show them some love with some unwrapped toys and some gift cards. Yeah, that's all for us tonight. We'll be back next week. Like I said, we have an interview with a St. Louis-based artist named Richard. He's really cool. His vibe is more hip hop and EDM, so it's a little bit different. Different in a good way, not different in a bad way. So excited for that. Thank you again to Creative Angel for sitting down with us. I had such a good time with him. He was a really dope interview. He's a real cool guy, super positive energy, and good music too. So make sure you stay in tune with his movement. Definitely follow us on all social media at inthefieldradio.com. You can check our website, inthefieldradio.com. And you can email us info@inthefieldradio.com. And we're here every Monday night. So thank you for tuning in once again. And we'll be back next Monday with Lady D's voice and the Richard interview. So we'll talk to you then. Have a good night. It's In the Field Radio, 91.3 FM, WVKR, Poughkeepsie Independent Radio.